Hello and welcome to another Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer battle. Today on the map the ruins of Paragon, and I think I may not talk this much today just because my throat is a bit ticklish and I'm feeling like I'm going to get ill tonight, tomorrow or something. Yeah, I did some mistakes today. Got basically totally wet to the bone by snow and water, and yeah, kept working with it. It was pretty freezy. So yeah, I'm probably using the last bit of voice I'll have for this week, or at least for the next 2 days, to make this video feel, well, happy, proud, something. Well, before my voice completely leaves me, let's start with the unit formation. This is a 2v2 battle, to Skaven versus the Empire and the Wood Elves. I'm trying to bring a kind of elite build for the Skaven and decided to try out the Doom Wheel. And I have to say I'm not good with chariots. So much should be said. So for my elite build I brought 3 troops of Stormvermin with sword and shields. They have pretty okayish attacks and defense skills, good for Skaven, and are 120 per unit. So they're really nice for it. Also, while other Skavens are close to them, they get these buffs where they get slower, but not close to them, but if their hit points are high enough. So it's a bit like the high elf variant of martial prowess, and they have a huge amount of life points, as well as a good amount of armor, and are shielded. And on the chance of meeting war dancers, I brought them, yeah. As well as 1 troop. 2 troops of Stormvermin with halberds here and here, 2 Poison Wind Globadiers and 1 troop of Death Globadiers, a Warlock Engineer and Quick Headtaker, as well as 2 Skaven Slaves of the basic variant and 1 Skaven Slave with spears. They also get this buff, so yeah, they get a pretty buff defense skill, and that's what I use them for. Also they're expendable, so yeah, they are there to die. For my ally, he brought 3 troops of Skaven Slingers, 2 troops of Clanrats without shields, and 2 troops of 3 troops of Stormvermin and Clanrats. Again, the Clanrats only with swords, while the Stormvermin are with sword and shield. The Skaven Slingers are a pretty high unit count for a ranged unit, but have a pretty low basic damage. I don't really like them because for my ranged troops I want them to have at least some AP to be effective at focus fire. Well, but it depends, and you technically can throw the skies at enemies, and they may do as good as Skaven Slaves for 75 more. Well, I'm not sure about that, but still, they are slaves, so yeah. Then the 1 troop of Poison Wind Globadiers, again, probably to counter any bigger units, which we might face off since we are fighting against the Wood Elves and the Empire. Well, the Empire may bring some cavalry, the Wood Elves tend to bring some treekin, so yeah. And for a hero squad of Lord Scroak, 1 Warlock Engineer and an Assassin. With the Warlock Engineer to pin flying units that may come over. Here only with the Warp Gale and the Armor, which gives an AoE damage thing to the Warlock Engineer. I also quite like Warlock Engineers with their AoE damage thing, but yeah, I also brought one. But with some more spells, since I didn't brought a Plague Caster. I personally prefer the Plague spells over the Ruin spells, but I don't think the Ruin spells are bad. So, as well as 1 troop of Plague Catapult and 1 troop of Warp Lightning Cannons. And 2 troops of Skaven Slaves with Spears to protect them, and 1 troop of Red Ogres. 2 troops, pardon me. Now to our enemies. They are all over the field, and I may not get some of them, or mix them up. So 2 troops of Reichsguard and 1 troop of Empire Knights, all pretty heavy cavalry. 1 troop of Free Company Militia, and 1 troop of Stolen's Revenge, the elite variant of the Free Company Militia, 1 troop of Sigma Sons, and 1 troop of Flagellants. As well as 2 troops of Spearmen, 1 troop of Swordsmen, another troop of Flagellants, and 1 other troop of Swordsmen, and 1 other troop of Spearmen. Well, they're really all over the field there. And a 3rd troop of Spearmen, yay. Led by Volkmar the Grim on his chariot, war altar, whatever you want to call it. And they should have... no, that's of the High Elves. Somewhere here should be an Amber Wizard. There he is on a horsey. Yeah. So, yeah, a pretty solid infantry line with no direct archer support, but frontline fire support of pistol units, and a backline support of a lot of heavy cavalry, which can be pretty devastating against Skaven if they don't watch out for it. Yeah. And for the Wood Elves we have 1, 2, 3 troops of Eternal Guard. Oh, here's another troop of Free Company Militia. They are everywhere. And 2 troops of Treekin leveled up, and 3 troops of Glade Guard, all with Starfire shafts, which is pretty bad for me, since they have armor piercing, and basically my whole main army is armored. Yeah, that hurts pretty much. As well as kind of a hero focus squad of 2 Waystalkers, together with a Glade Lord. Is it the female variant? I think it's the female one. Yeah, it's a female one, so she has the ranged abilities, as well as the Prey of Amitar, or however it's called, the thing which allows her to net down one of my units and give it minus on missile resistance. It's a pretty powerful ability, yeah. As well as 1 troop of War Dancers. The offensive focused infantry, which deal with the most of the Skaven units in a really short amount of time. And 1 Life Wizard with the spells Regrowth, Shield of Thorns, or something, Earthblood, and Dwellers from Below. The buffed, then nerfed AoE spell of the Wood Elves, but still pretty effective. So, and now let's start the battle. And talk. for a long time now. It will be sometime before the actual engagement starts. I kinda shift my troops in front and back and front and back and try to draw another line. My initial plan was to force them to fight me between these two rocks, so I could secure my flank with the Stormwoman with halberds. But seeing that they both positioned on this side, and my ally was gesturing me to withdraw into the woods, I thought I may follow his plan. Sadly, I reveal my doom wheel, which I hid behind these ruins, which makes this map pretty, I'd say. Look at this pond. Yeah. But I accidentally gave it a move order by selecting my whole army and also the doom wheel, and yeah, setting up position here. Seeing as I didn't want to engage two armies at once. Yeah, that would have devastated me. Pretty instantly. Here my ally flanks around and prepares to engage from this angle. At this point at this one? Yeah. He would have start firing at my Skaven slaves, which is okay. I mean, they are slaves. Yeah, I have my some of my Stormwomen placed here. Of course, this magic glowing rock. I think it's a waystone. Kinda blocks my troops there. Here I charge my Skaven slaves in to kind of distract the Empire player a bit. But in hindsight, I could have used them here a bit better, I guess, than distracting one troop of swordsmen with them. Luckily, these archers are firing into the woods, so their missiles get blocked sometimes by the woods. And they are also not firing out of the woods, so they don't get the bonus for it. Here my slaves are fleeing, which is to be expected. And here we have some right over and shooting at him now, shooting it down with Warhammer. Oh, scroll swords on him. Yeah, similar for him. Warp lightning! Unleash warp hell! Luckily the dragon was firing from this angle, so he couldn't hit too many of my troops. And I'm trying to hold him with Warp Gale, so my ranged troop can fire on him. And then the Dweller fell hit.
It is done. Quick wants this.
And I kind of mismanaged my troops here, and that my poison bombardier is still fired there. To have weak stay here, being fired at by these two archer groups and stuff. Then I sent my doom wheel in and immediately forgot about it. This time is used by the dragon to kind of harass my backline, which also isn't good. Everybody is flat by this point, since I kind of sent them off to chase the dragon and they run into some troops. Yeah, I have to better watch out for it, or at least set them on skirmish mode or something. do anything and get hit by the lightning.
Good. Now kill. Scary move.
He must. Oh, they send it to the Stoneworm Globe here.
Yes, yes, yes.
Think. No, under controls. No, the speed is good. Okay, next game.
Unleash Warhammer. Move. Stop it. Go.
The dual 7% chance against Dragon, especially if it's not charging in. And so we have the escape route, the obligatory.
Fight and hurry. Die, die, die. Fight, fight. It's then leap. Fight and hurry. Scurry, yes. Murder, kill, kill. Scurry.
This isn't having some fun. That's my allies. Walk in. Funny thing is, even if the missed shot kind of hit their troops, though. Or maybe they were aimed at them and just hit the ring once. Huh.
Now, girl. Scurry, yes. Scream, Ricato, crack.
Back there, their mages trying to rout my cousin with Globadiers and Deathblow Globadiers.
Die, die. March, Scurry, yes. Back on the cloud. Stop it! Go!
Not if my bedroom will want to take. Damn it.
Target locked! Yes, master! Scurry! Now, girl! War blades! Stamping! Onwards! Retreat, retreat! Revive the darker! Blow up there! Quick, fast! Create! Retreat, retreat! Skitter and leap! Good, good! Warpstone now! Quick, quick! Faster! Scurry! Fight! Fight! Quick, quick!
Yeah, but fire probably hurts him more than us.
Get to dein Leben! Ja, jetzt, Master Lord!
The thing is, Starfire Sharks can do pretty devastating against other treekin for friendly fire and so. Since treekin have fire weakness as well as armor, and Starfire Sharks are burning and armor piercing. And with that we have the end here. I didn't too well. I'm lucky my ally did a really good amount of work. So many kills on these Stormwoman. Or mine only got some kills. Yeah, and Queek got focused down pretty hard. He got netted, he got shot at. And the Wood Elf player was definitely better at micromanaging his troops than I was at managing mine. Oh, those Poison Wind Globadiers running into the enemy. Bad choice. Well, really bad choice. And then the Poison Wind Globadiers got focused and didn't do too much. Well, at least my Warlock and Engineer did something. A Zero Squad lured in Volkmar the Grim and killed him later on, I think. Gleesclock's Croak was involved, and he has his Liber Bubonicus and the other thing he has, which can make for a pretty decent assassin skill. All those troops supported the Stormwoman excellently, as well as the Catapult and the Warp Lightning Cannon. I think the Warp Lightning Cannon was mostly focusing on characters which were bigger units in this battle. And the Red Ogres did the armor piercing thing. Stormwoman and Red Ogres are a really cool combination. Yeah, I think they work really good together. So, for the Empire player, Volkmar did something. I don't know exactly much, but he got killed later on. The Ember Wizard used some Flock of Doom. I'm not sure if he used that buff much, but the basic offense line did something. The Sigma Sons got an amazing amount of kills, but then again that was probably against some Skaven soldiers, so probably not too high. This army was kind of missing some frontline AP troops, but it got stolen through Revenge and the Empire Knights and the Reichsguard, which can be pretty devastating at charging things, even without too much armor piercing damage. Yeah, and for the Wood Elves, their women didn't do well. They did do a lot to my Stormwoman. Then together with their archers, and again, War Dancers are pretty good at killing Skaven units. It's like they're made for it. I had it in my other battle as Wood Elves against Skaven. These guys just cut through Skaven units. And for the hero killing squad, they all did a good amount of kills. Well, I'm not completely sure if a lot amount of kills on the Waystalkers means that they did good, since the Waystalkers are kind of high projectile damage units you usually use to focus bigger units or something. At least that's what I think. Yeah, but they have their abilities and can use these eagle shots or whatever they're called. What are they called? One moment, I'll look that up later. And the Glade Lord pretty much harassed my backline, killed some really valuable troops, as well as the Spellsinger, who did a pretty good amount of damage with the one Dweller spell. Yeah. And I saw a few healing spells going off through the battle. So let's look for the Wood Elf, Waystalker, Arrow of Corners. Yeah, there we have it. Did he get any new items? Well, the AoE weapon damage reduction is quite cool, I think, but yeah. Well, have a nice day, a nice evening, and don't get ill, sick, ill whatsoever, like me. Doesn't really go well with, you know, talking, being well, being healthy. Having a nice day, having a nice evening. Don't waste too much time in bed with trying to recover. Ugh. Yeah. Have a nice evening.